Hello, you incredible people. My name is the Jurassic Insider, and welcome back to another episode of Jurassic World, the game. I hope you're all having a good day, because I know I am. And can I go ahead and start off this episode with a little bit of glaze, because, yeah, you guys have been really great recently. The Discord server, it's getting a lot more attention. It's getting a lot more just general conversations than it used to. There was a period where it was a little bit slow, and it was just like a few core members, and you know, that was great, obviously, and I still really appreciate, especially the people who were there during that time. But it was mostly because I wasn't really uploading, so the Discord links weren't going out as much and whatnot. The Discord links are still broken, by the way, so make sure if it doesn't work, just leave me a really quick comment. I'll get to you as soon as possible and give you that link. Sorry, it doesn't work after like a week. I don't know why it does that. It seems to be only me. I've heard Bonnie comes across this issue too sometimes, but mostly, I have had it almost every single time. I tried to send a link. It only works for like a certain period of time, and then it just stops working again. I copy and paste my description every single time I make a new video, so it would just be like, I just can't remember every single time to, you know, make a description or like change the link basically in the description, if that makes any sense. So sorry about that. Hopefully that's not too big of a deal to anybody, but yeah, if you want to join, that is the best way. But otherwise, yeah, it's been really great, and I'm super duper really, does that make sense? I don't know. I'm very thankful for the people who joined, and since then, it has gotten a lot more buzz. There's been a lot more stuff there, some great conversations, some great people. And of course, here on YouTube with the comment section and everything, just it's been really great, and I just appreciate the people who leave very, very nice comments. Even if it's something very simple like hi or first or thanks, or not thanks, but you know, something of that sort. But you know, that always gets a smile out of me. So thank you to all of you guys. And yeah, with that, let's get started with the video. So what we're gonna do today, we have 2 episodes left until the big episode 500, where I'm planning to make some pretty big drastic changes from that point forward. Plus, episode 500 in general is very exciting. That will be really exciting, so I'm very excited for that. But today, we're going to actually max a different creature, and a creature that I've had here for a second. If I can find this fellow. Where are you? It's one of you guys. No, actually, I think you're over here. It's actually our very first tournament creature we ever unlocked from a tournament. And we did Clash of Titans and stuff before that battle stage and stuff. But this was the first tournament we ever won in Dominator League, and it is for the ORNITHOCHEIRUS. And this creature has been really useful since the start, but recently I thought he's become a little bit less useful. I don't really use him that much ever, just because he is a really high health deficit, and I have a lot of pterosaurs like that. So if I'm going to use a pterosaur with a lot of health, I'm going to choose somebody who's just a little bit stronger, since this guy just doesn't really have the attack to sustain. So I think having this guy at level 40 would probably put him in an area that I could use him a lot more often, even if the cooldown will be higher. So I'm pretty excited for that, because we have been maxing a few different tournament creatures and whatnot recently. So this will be just another nice addition to that collection, I think. And I'm, yeah, all for that. So we're going to do that, and it will hopefully be very strong. I think it will, because even though it's a health tank, I said the main reason why I'm getting it is because it has a ton of health, more than most tournament creatures. But it also has attack that's on par with some regular, like, non-health tanks, like just balanced creatures, which is pretty bizarre. So it's like a balanced creature just with some extra health, which is really nice. It's just because it is so strong. It is a lot more expensive than some of the other ones, but not really that much either when you really put everything into perspective. I think it's like, what, the second or third strongest Jurassic tournament creature. I think the only ones that are stronger are like aquatics and stuff, and then if maybe like 1 or 2 other creatures that are also pterosaurs by chance. So wow, then here we go. I'm so excited. It's gonna be very cool to see this guy maxed. We got a cool bony tribal design at maxed, so it'll be exciting to see that. And whatever else comes in this episode of Jurassic World, the game, we'll just have to see. We never know sometimes. But yeah, I'm just so excited for episode 500 of this series, and you know, hopefully we can really pick up the pace and just start to have like a really solid Let's Play where we get our upload schedule into check, or I guess I get my upload schedule into check, and then you guys can just expect more. I hope you guys don't feel burned out or tired of this content, because, you know, I'm not really doing it that often, so, you know, but I don't know, a lot of people are always anticipating new episodes and stuff, so it always gives me hope that you guys are excited to see this. But I do understand if some people get a little bit bored with like normal monotonous stuff. I totally get that. That's why after episode 500, I do want to pick up the pace, make things a little bit more exciting, you know, get some new creatures that are going to really change our lineup a ton and just make this game really fun without having to, without having to worry about the current meta of the game and whatever, just because that feels like that's dominated the second half of the 400s. You know, episode 450 after, I feel like we've just been talking all about the meta of the game, you know, since the Compy tournament, since the Collector's Exchange. That's kind of been the primary focus, when it really doesn't need to be, honestly. And it's really up to us to decide what, you know, we want this channel to be and what we want this Let's Play to be. But in the meanwhile, I will have tons of other content for the channel that's non-Jurassic World the game related, some other games possibly, maybe. And some series and stuff that I want to pick up on. And just lots of other fun one-off episodes and stuff, or videos, I should say, not episodes, about Jurassic Park as like the movies and stuff. And it's just stuff that I'm very passionate about, and I really want to make some cool videos, even if they take a little bit longer to make than, you know, just recording a normal episode of Jurassic World the game. I think it's really important to have that transformation of a channel as you go through different stages. I mean, we're almost at 2,000 subscribers, which is crazy to say. I mean, we still have a ton more to go. We still have like 250 left, but I mean, at this pace, we'll be there kind of soon in relative terms. So, oh my God, that is Max ORNITHOCHEIRUS. He's more purple than I thought, and he's got a crazy beak. Oh man, okay, you are one weird bird. You're very strange. Yeah, he kind of looks like a bat, doesn't he? Oh my. Wow, okay. What was the other pterosaur that we got that also kind of has this, like, strange, like, color scheme of, like, a mix between warm and cool colors? I think it was it was Tapijalosaurus Max. That he also has, like, the same thing going on. Oh my. Okay, well, there we go. There is it, Max. It's got no hybrid at the moment. And let's see those stats. He has got 3,608 health and 752 attack, which is pretty dang awesome, I have to say. Especially the health is super good. It's got to be the best of any pterosaur. It even compares to some of the highest level creatures on our team, more than Apatosaurus level 20, which is very shocking. Oh, of course, we get to collect Evo facts, which is always very nice. ORNITHOCHEIRUS' snout is shaped like a rudder, with its mouth and its mouth is full of sharp vertical teeth, great for catching fish. The pterosaur has a total of wingspan of 20 feet. That's a bit shorter than a school bus. Jesus. The skin of ORNITHOCHEIRUS wings connect to its legs, making it great at flying and terrible at walking. ORNITHOCHEIRUS can fly great distances. Its fossils have been discovered in South America and Europe. Wow. Okay. Dang it. They put us at an odd number of loyalty points. It's so annoying. Why did they do that to me? It's like every other resource, I don't care how much I have, but if it's like a weird number for loyalty points, it like, it messes up the flow, but whatever. Again, I'm a little bit OCD about that stuff. I'm sorry. Let's see. Okay, oh wow, this is going to get us far. Oh, by the way, this thing is out. Did I talk about this before? I might have talked about this in the last episode, but yeah, the new something luck, some amphibian flock, which is super exciting. Let's see what it's actually called, because I'm not sure. It's like I only care about like its use, not really the creature itself, but it is Prodorpos lux. Huh, weird. Apparently this is some really primitive amphibian, which I can absolutely believe because it looks it. So yeah, it's got like the bioluminescent skin though. That is quite cool actually, because we've pretty much only seen that with the Parasaurolophus, which is also kind of a Parasaurolophus lux. I guess they also call it Styracosaurus. That I think at a higher level Styracosaurus looks like that as well. Whatever though, let's see. Why does it say I have 10 things to claim? Oh, okay, I do. Okay, you want to go and claim it? Nah, we'll wait until we can do it later. Okay, so where will he stack? I think he'll be the best pterosaur, right? He'd have to be. I would be very surprised if he wasn't. Let's see, where do we have... Is this a normal... Yeah, this is a normal battle. Ooh, it's not the best pterosaur, actually. Wait. Tapijalosaurus edges out. Wow, Tapijalosaurus really is the GOAT. ORNITHOCHEIRUS is still very good, though. Better than most of the tournament hybrids at level 10, but not the, like, really strong ones, like Armamata, Pagalosaurus. But that's pretty, like, self-explanatory. That's pretty, like, obvious, but it's got a lot less attack than most of these guys, but a lot more health. So I guess the attack isn't quite there, but I mean, it's still really good. 750 for our lineup is not bad at all. I mean, it's still the second best on the team. Or I guess actually it's the third best because we got pterodactyls as well. But that's still a lot better than it was doing, and that health, man, that health is ferocious. It's super duper good. I mean, especially comparing that to Terraquetzal. There's like a massive jump there, which I know isn't the best thing in the world whenever there's like a massive jump between your like top 2 or 3. But I think if we alternate those, it could be enough to get us through the battles of the day. Obviously, having more up there would be nice. Metrophodon would be really revolutionary, but we'll just have to see. Hopefully, everything will work. And yes, I know I've mentioned this a couple times just because it's not that it's getting to my head. It's just I'm really worried sometimes about, especially my core audience, because I mentioned this in the past. Whenever somebody who I don't really know and somebody who's not really part of the channel, I haven't really seen them before, and then especially the way that they word it, and they just say like, you know, they try to say like, you know, like your lineup is bad, or like you're bad at the game. Like, I'm not gonna get personally offended because it's like, it's whatever. It's like a game. Like, I don't care. But I just want to let you guys know that the people who are a lot more respectful about it, and the people who, you know, I've seen before and who actually respect my comment, my content, those are the people that usually get to me a bit more in a good way. They actually give me a change of heart. There was a point where I was very, very slow, I think, around episode, like, right before episode 400, I was being quite slow. It was just because I wasn't really into the game as much then. Or no, I actually was. I was just, the way I was styling the content at the time, I was dragging it out a little bit, you know. But since then, I think we've improved a lot. But I still do see comments, you know, every now and then, like every 10 episodes or so, whenever somebody who I don't really know, like, they try to be, I mean, like, some of them are attempting to be respectful, but I think a lot of times they do come off a little bit like as if they're just like demanding it. Almost, it kind of gives me the impression that it's like schoolwork and I have to like do better on my schoolwork. So to those people out there, you can enjoy my content or you don't have to. You know, if you don't like my lineup and that's your biggest problem with me, that's fine. You don't have to watch the content because I know other people will be there anyways. But to the people who are there, if that's one of your problems, then let me know, because I will always be sure to improve it if that is the case. Otherwise, though, if you like the content, you can stick around, but otherwise, there's no need for you to leave those type of comments. I'm just saying, you know, it's up to you. I mean, if you leave them, I'll read them. I might respond even, but, you know. Yeah, but again, I really appreciate the people in my core audience who really push me to do things, because they're actually encouraging, you know. They're actually saying, hey, man, why don't you get this? Or, hey, I think your content could be, even if it's something like your content has felt a little bit dull recently or something like that, you should try to get this creature or that. That's always a bit more better. Like, especially, again, if it's somebody I know who recurring and they like my content itself, it makes sense why would they would want something out of me, you know. But if you don't like the content at all, then there's no need to try to make me change it, if you know what I mean. So, sorry for like the little rant, sorry for being kind of negative and maybe even ruining the vibes, but I don't know, it's just something I needed to say just because I wanted people to understand that I'm always here for them. I'm always willing to transform the content into any way that the majority sees fit, because I've learned at the end of the day, it should be a perfect balance of what the audience wants and what I want out of my own content, you know? Because the audience is what shaped me. If it was just the beginning of my channel, obviously I'm the one who's making the content. But nowadays, I have the same creative liberties, but I feel like I'm going to be a lot more impacted and feel a lot more open to suggestions from the audience. So let me know what you guys want to see. Is there anything that you want to see, like in specific, then always let me know. Specific creatures or whatever it may be, even small things like your, I don't know, even something about the video, like, itself that you want, like, differently, or you think I should add. Like, I'm always, because at the end of the day, I'm just a kid. I mean, I'm not trying to, you know, put pity on me, but, like, I'm just one single guy who's in high school at the end of the day. And I don't know everything there is to know about YouTube. I don't know every single little process. I don't know everything about this game even as much as I try to make it out to be. I think I would consider myself very good at this game. I just choose half the time to ignore that and just, do a bunch of battles and do other fun stuff instead of just constantly leveling up creatures, bulking in resources. So that's just kind of the playstyle I've always exhibited ever since I started playing the game. That's how I've been. I've always been a bulker. I haven't been much of a, much of a constant spender. But maybe that will change in the future. Maybe it will. Maybe level 99 will be that conduit. Oh, speaking of which, you want to get a little bit higher on the level count? I think we should. Oh, no, we can't. We need like 10 million coins from building, which is kind of absurd. So that will have to be like an off-camera thing. Obviously, I'm not going to be grinding that on camera or anything like that. How about badges? We still need 2 more badges in order to... Ooh, we could do a level 40 Cenozoic, actually. We'll work on this next episode, since next episode we're going to do... Next episode I'm very excited for. That will be our full-on park revamp thing. I'm going to finally do it. We're going to do a full-on park revamp episode where we are just going to absolutely change everything. Not everything, actually. Most of this is what I've had in mind. It's just, like, some of these areas need to be improved on badly. So we're going to do all that, and hopefully we can get the last 2 badges. We can maybe even unlock Bumpy. And no, actually, I don't think we have enough quite yet. How many more days do we have on these giggies? Oh, we still have 3 days. Okay, yeah, no. So once that is all done, that will be the perfect segue into the final of the first 500 episodes of Jurassic World, the game from the Jurassic Insider. It has been a long journey, you guys, and I cannot wait for this new era. I have so many things up my sleeve, and I promise you that the peak of Jurassic World, the game, will not be in the past. It's not something we'll talk about in vain. I know me as a person, as a singular person, cannot change that. I can't change the relevancy of a game, especially at this size. But I promise you, for the people, the viewers who really care, and for the viewers who just want to have some fun Jurassic World the game content, I will do my very best to deliver it. I know that's kind of hyping it up quite a bit, and maybe you guys will be disappointed, but I don't think you will. I think you'll enjoy what I have in store for the channel as a whole. So, with that being said, thank you all so much for watching this episode of Jurassic World the game. I hope you'd enjoy. Hopefully we'll try ORNITHOCHEIRUS next episode. I didn't see any good events, so that's why I didn't really feel like doing it. But until then, I will see you all next time. This is Jurassic Insider, signing out.